Welcome back to another episode of Off the Shelf Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan. I'm here with my co-host tonight. We got Clint. Cody is partying
taking
tonight.
his birthday off.
Yeah, it's his birthday tonight or today. So we gave him the night off, I guess we could say.
Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday, Cody. Clint, I'm gonna let you start us off tonight.
All right, we got a little bit of everything. Not too much horror news this week, but Funko came out with some stuff. We're gonna start with the Baldur's Gate Funko. I don't know if anybody remembers this game growing up. It's an older game, kind of like a D&D type thing. There's some cool characters on this one. I do like the Emperor and Raphael's really sweet.
I'd say Raphael's pretty sweet.
So these are dropping very soon. I believe they're on Funko's website they're either dropping or pre-order maybe.
Yeah, dude, I haven't been on Funko in a hot minute.
Yeah, I'm not too happy with them at the moment.
I've had some pretty shitty experience with them. It just ain't going my way. I don't know if it's not going my way, not going anything's way, but
it happens.
You can't get an estimated release date out of anything either, which is kind of shitty. Like, oh, well, yeah, sometime soon, coming soon. Okay, right. Great. I love that. Yeah, you're putting this stuff out there and getting people hyped for it. But at the end of the day, when the fuck's the shit going to drop?
Right. When is it going to be at my house?
When can we start buying it, you know? Like, I'm sitting here waiting on Cupid Cartman.
Yeah.
Like,
been waiting.
This is, yeah, for fucking ever. You would have thought that would have dropped Valentine's Day week.
And here we are 2 weeks later. Such a hot seller, bro. It really would have been.
It would have been great for fucking Valentine's Day. Yeah. It would have been like one of those dark humor, you know.
That's all I got my wife for Valentine's Day at South Park stuff. So she would have loved it.
Right, exactly. Prime example. Like, this just doesn't make sense. You know, you launch something pretty much close to that, you would think that you're going to ride that out. You know what I mean?
Get it together, Funko.
Yeah, get it together over there, Funko.
Man. So, next up on the list, I know we talked about Care Bears before. They're doing it again with Harry Potter.
Damn, they got some big boys too.
Yep. First Stranger Things, now this.
Now on Amazon too.
Yes, I think these are like ready to ship out, good to go. They're already out.
Dang.
And I believe it's the 25th anniversary comes with a special box. So anybody that's into that, get on that.
Good old Harry Potter and their collaborations, huh?
Yeah, and that's crazy. So Amazon must be like a first.
It does make sense, though. I mean, it's 25 years, quarter of a century, you know, since Harry Potter dropped, which
is crazy to even
think that it's been that long is absolutely insane.
Yeah,
it puts me at 5 years old when Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone came out.
Yeah, I believe that's the first one.
Yeah,
that's wild to even think, dude.
Dude, that's crazy.
Man, how time flies. And then, since Cody's not here with some video game news, Dragon Ball Z is dropping a new game, and we got the trailer, first new game trailer for it. It looks pretty cool. I don't know if you played the Dragon Ball
I didn't check this out yet.
I know I think it's dropping in March, maybe. I think it says at the end of the trailer.
Another Unreal Engine.
Hell yeah.
Goes higher and higher!
Goodness gracious.
I'm going all out! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Give me all you got. Just die already! You face the Demon King himself.
Piccolo!
Hell yeah.
This might actually be fun. Behold, this is what the ultimate android looks like. Nowhere to run!
Disappear!
This almost looks like it's fan made.
And that's what you'll have to be the. It looks like a real game trailer.
Guess we'll find out.
Sparkling Zero.
Okay. So it's just, it looks like it's just a DLC.
So that means it's not.
So I think Sparkling.
Because that's what threw me. The PS5, the Xbox, you know what I mean, at the end.
Yeah, but I think Dragon Ball Z's on those consoles.
Right. I just don't know about a Sparkling Zero.
Yeah, I think Sparkling Zero is like the DLC to Dragon Ball on the console, potentially. I'm not 100% certain. I don't play Dragon Ball Z.
I played like Budokai when it first came out, and then in a couple other ones, but other than that, I've stopped.
Right. So I'm not 100% certain on all that. So,
but any Dragon Ball fans, keep your eye out.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking for some new shit. 100%. Dragon Ball Z Sparkling Zero, right?
Yep.
All right, perfect.
And then next on the list, Emerald City Comic Con is going on. I believe it's still going on, or it was this week. Got the new Batman exclusive. And I believe this is a limited edition and it's a limited piece. 5,000.
Dude, this thing is sick.
I really like this Batman.
Yeah. Like.
So I'll be curious to see if Cody tries to scoop this at some point. If we go to a show.
Right. So Emerald City Comic Con is next week. 5th through the 8th. So this is something that you will be able to get at Emerald City Comic Con. That is crazy though. I do really like that one. That is like, if you're a Batman fan, definitely want to get your hands on.
They might have dropped even more than this, but I know they dropped 4 for Emerald City. So sticking with Funko, the next one is a limited edition Demon Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one, I don't think is a limited piece, but it is a limited edition at this Comic Con.
But it is also a variant. It looks like, you know,
yeah.
It does show metallic on it, but I don't know what exactly is metallic on this Funko. It's kind of hard to see based on images. You ain't got the, you know, the shimmer off the metallic like area.
Right.
So without actually holding this thing in your hands and seeing a video of actually twisting and turning this thing, it's kind of hard to see what is metallic on it.
But any Demon Slayer fans, that's a really cool Funko to have, especially any limited edition you can get your hands on are awesome.
There are a lot of Demon Slayer fans out there. So this will be a good one to grab if you're going there.
Absolutely.
This one is dope, bro.
Frankie from One Piece limited edition, Emerald City.
This is a bigger one too. This is a Rides.
Yeah, I really like that one.
Yeah, this one's sweet. I really do like it. Completely different.
Yeah, than ones you usually see.
Yeah.
And then lastly, we have a Punisher.
This one should have been limited too.
That's what I'm saying.
100% this one should be limited. But then I'm also curious on why, and I don't know if this is would be copyright issue or a licensing issue, but I feel like Marvel and Funko have an agreement, right? You know what I
I
mean?
would think.
So why did they not use is there a different Punisher logo that I'm unaware of?
Did you watch the show or no? I didn't watch the show, so I'm
I
wondering if
haven't
this is
watched the
based
show yet.
on the Punisher series.
And do they even have the series out yet?
I believe so. That's worth a Google. I'm almost positive they do.
So there's the original one that was like on Netflix, I thought. That one I watched.
Okay, maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. I could have swore they did a newer one, but maybe I'm wrong.
I know I talked about it last week that they are making a new one to reintroduce Punisher before Brave New World.
Then maybe that's what I'm thinking of is when you brought that
But
up.
but I've never seen the Punisher logo look like this.
Yeah. That's weird.
Maybe I'm just full of shit. No? No. There's one that has a spider
Hmm.
into it, but nothing. Okay, no, there is one right here. What is it? Well, it must be a new logo because I'm seeing like an old logo side by side, old logo and this logo.
Right. I don't, and that's what I never really followed the Punisher like that. So, like, at some point in the comic books, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to do some more digging on that because I'm very curious on that because I like the old Punisher logo.
Yeah.
Like, mags for your jawline and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but like to have horns and
Yeah, that's a
what
little
look like
different.
tusk
Right.
in this image.
That's
Like,
weird.
yeah. Interesting. All right.
And then Disney is dropping some enchanted Funkos. Um our image doesn't have what characters it is. Maybe you can guess. The one looks like a villain.
One is I want to say a Maleficent.
Yeah,
No.
I could see that.
Yeah, with the apple.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
And then
Um,
I don't think it's
wouldn't be Cinderella.
right.
So that's more blonde. What is Maleficent part of?
What is that? Sleeping Beauty, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
but Sleeping Beauty has dark hair, so I'm a little curious on that. This
Right.
Funko right here.
So it might be a Cinderella, but any Disney fans, you'll know who it is. Keep your eye out for it.
Right. I'm not all the way there, so
Yeah, I don't know about the princesses.
Don't take me for granted over here. I'm just, the guy on the side over
Right.
here when
Right.
it comes to Disney.
And then
Maybe in the next 10 years, I might be able to spit this one out.
right. Something, dude. I don't know princesses like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe my daughter be into that. Who knows?
Right. And then I think this might wrap it up for Funkos. You might know about this series. I've seen trailers. I think it's has to do like or affiliated with Game of Thrones, the Seven Kingdom.
It is definitely a spin-off of Game of Thrones.
That's what I thought.
I haven't seen it, but it is a spin-off.
And I keep seeing trailers on HBO Max, I believe, for it. So like, I don't know, check it out. But there is a chase in this one, a chase dunk.
Yeah. One that has him fully suited and ready to go to war, and
Right.
the other one's playing Jane.
Yeah.
I do like the old Lionel.
Yeah.
That one's kind of cool.
With all the armor, I do like that.
Armor, the antlers, like
that's pretty badass.
that one's kind of cool just for, this series, and it's just out of the ordinary. You know what I mean?
Right. And then I'm really excited for the next one, bro. So I know you like comic books. I'm a stoner. How about we combine it with Jay and Silent Bob in a Marvel comic? This is from
Who
official
is
Marvel and Jay and Silent Bob's Instagram, Kevin Smith. I don't know when
who
this is
is
dropped.
Jay and Silent Bob?
You don't know who they are?
No.
Man, you're missing out. Early 2000s like stoner movies, or if you ever heard of Clerks. These two dudes are like drug dealing stoners.
I mean, I've watched my fair share of drug movies, but
they're hilarious, bro. They're hilarious.
never seen this. Yeah.
Yeah. But they're coming to Marvel comic book. So definitely I want to get this one graded, obviously. So I'll be probably asking you to search this up when I find out the drop date.
We ought to go to the collectible shop and have them get this signed too.
That would be sweet.
If you're gonna do a grading on this, you might as well just get it signed.
Man, that'd be hard because I'd want it from Jay and Silent Bob, and I'd want the artist.
Well, yeah, of course.
But
we could figure out how to get Jay and Silent Bob.
We could make something happen.
But that is a sick cover.
I really like it, dude, and I'm a huge fan of them.
To be honest, I feel like you could almost make this into like a picture/poster.
For real.
And then send that out versus trying to do, the comic and paying for it to get graded and so on. I mean, that's all totally up to you, right? But
dude,
I don't know.
I'll even show you. I'm dedicated. How much I like them. So in Jay and Silent Bob,
you got a fucking rolling tray of them.
Yes, but they go into Blunt Man and Chronic.
Boy.
So that's how much I enjoy Jay and Silent Bob, dude.
Interesting.
But yes, they're coming to Marvel, so I think that's really cool.
I'm very curious to see how they're written in. To be honest, this one would probably be a good read too.
Yes, I think it's going to be hilarious.
Like you might have to buy a couple copies.
Yeah, dude, I really am probably going to search the comic book shops for that one.
Send me the link, or send me so. If you know the title name, let me know. I have a source, and I'll do some digging on when it's going to drop.
Jay's of Future Past. That's what it's going to be.
Okay, so it is on this image. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I will check out my source and see.
Yes, please do.
Because they do. Wow, do. They do show like early releases.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can pretty much pre-order them, right?
Yes.
So this might be something that we could potentially already get our hands on for a pre-order.
And I do know, if you're familiar with Jay and Silent Bob, they own a comic book store in New Jersey called The Secret Stash. If you go on their website, I do know they sell comic books of all sorts. There you can buy purchased, autographed copies of various things. So
it already might be in their store
as well.
Yeah.
I just thought of that. So I'll be checking that out after the podcast. And then in other toy news, back to some Thrill Joy. I've got 3 that are coming out, I believe, in April. I really like the Army of Darkness and Willy Wonka.
No, dude, I'm locked in on Marty McFly.
I figured you would be.
I'm locked in on Marty McFly. All right, I'm a little more pissed off though that it's only a 7,500 piece run.
Right.
I could definitely see where you're at with the Army of Darkness, but yes. I think you're gonna get a lot of Ash Williams.
Yep. And honestly, I wouldn't mind having any of the Willy Wonkas, to be real. So I probably wouldn't be disappointed with that box whatsoever.
Yeah, an Oompa Loompa, Willy Wonka, or Golden Wonka.
And I understand the golden, but I think the golden is terrible, bro. I don't like it.
It kind of reminds me of a little something something.
Yeah.
We'll get into it a little bit later.
But yeah. Those are coming out soon. I like them though. A couple of them
I do
would
like.
buy.
You know what would make Marty McFly even better?
What's that?
Is if the chase was Doc.
Ooh, or him on the skateboard or something.
Or him in the DeLorean.
Oh man. Thrill Joy. You need to start taking ideas.
Dude, I'm telling you, we come up with some crazy shit here over at Off the Shelf, man.
Man, those are two good ideas for sure.
Dude, Doc would be a good one for that.
Yeah, well,
especially a chase.
They should have.
Or they should have. Yeah, or they should have done an ultra chase.
Oh yeah.
They should have did, Marty McFly with the skateboard, Marty McFly with their chase version of what they have,
and
then Doc for the fucking ultra chase. That'd been sick,
dude. That would be cool. And then I'm assuming this company is getting bigger. We talked about Chucky and Tiffany and the hole in the bottom of her. We talked about Texas Chainsaw. Now we got Ninja Turtles by these guys. So I'm assuming this company is getting very popular. Yes, they look like little stuffed dolls, but they're vinyl.
Yeah. I could see, I think they're a little cartoony-ish.
Yes.
Like, I think if they weren't so cartoony, I think I'd be 100% on board and collecting them all.
Same. I just don't like how cartoony these look, but obviously these, whatever, handmade by robots, they're getting popular, dude. We're starting to see them like more and more on each episode.
I'm kind of curious on if they're actually made by robots.
Right. I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like a name like that, I'm curious. Do robots make these?
Or I wonder if somehow these are like highly 3D printed or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, 3D print would be a vinyl, I would imagine. I think you can run vinyl through a 3D printer.
Yeah. So that, I don't know. I'd be curious. But obviously they're growing.
Extremely. But yeah, too kitty for me.
And then...
This would be like my kid having plushies, bro.
I feel like
that's what they remind me of.
To have, well, I mean, I'm sure if you met somebody with a whole collection, that would kind of look cool in a room, all of them.
Yeah, I mean, if you completely collected
the whole
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like, to be honest, like my mom's boyfriend would probably be locked in on this because he's a big Ninja Turtle guy, but I don't know. Because I mean, yeah, they're comical, right?
Mm-hmm.
But where does the line get drawn on comical and, cartoony?
Yeah.
Like I get it, Nickelodeon, they made a cartoon series, and that's what TMNT was. You had cartoons based on it, but make these bitches look more realistic. Like, I got the Last Ronin Funko. Like, make it look like that.
More real than that. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I mean,
and Funkos are very cartoony.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I mean, it is what it is. But
yeah,
we'll see. I would like to meet somebody who is starting a collection within this company. Like,
yeah.
I think seeing that might change my perspective a little bit.
Yeah, because I know I've seen them out at Walmart and stuff. Various ones, not the ones we showed, but various other ones. I think they have a Silence of the Lambs one, stuff like that. But yeah, not up my alley, really.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Kind of exciting news. So they opened a Pokemon museum in Japan. I don't know how long ago. It's official in May. They are coming. It's going to start in Chicago. And we've got like 5 pictures of what it's going to look like. So if Pokemon were real in real life, this would be their bones.
This is sweet.
Pterodactyl, that's sweet. I think that's a Kabuto.
Okay.
Whatever the one on the right is next to Pikachu, I have no idea, bro. But it looks cool as hell.
I don't know if it's. My question is, what does Charizard look like?
Right? I don't.
Is this a Charizard?
And sadly, they only drop like these 5 pictures. So they just wanted to like sneak peek on what's coming, but it's starting in Chicago in May.
So do we have a list of where they're all going?
No, this is the first article that I've ever seen on it. So I'm assuming if you go on whatever Chicago like museum's website, maybe they'll show a listing or even Google it. Pokemon Museum Tour.
Yeah, let me take a look.
Watch it be only in Chicago. You know what I mean? They're not going to go anywhere else.
All right, so we got. You're pretty much spot on.
I figured because I keep seeing they're doing a promo Pikachu card for visitors that come to see this exhibit.
Yeah, so the Pokemon Fossil Museum is an interactive exhibition blending Pokemon and paleontology, which will open its first North American tour at the Field Museum in Chicago, Illinois, from May 22nd of 2026 to April 11th, 2027. The exhibit features life-size fossil, Pokemon models, real-world fossils, and unique themed merchandise comparing Pokemon-like with prehistoric creatures.
I think that would be really cool, and I'm sure the gifts and collectibles you can buy here are probably out of this world.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. I'm almost wondering if they wouldn't potentially even have them on their website.
I'm thinking off the shelf podcast tour.
I'm thinking off the shelf collaboration.
That would be epic.
It would be cool to go see this though. I mean, we pretty much almost have a year to go do it.
Yeah, which makes it nice. Like I said, Chicago's not too far from us, but
No, 2 hours out and you gain an hour. I think it's something unique.
yeah,
The only way you really get to do this is if you went to Japan, you know?
right.
And the fact that they're bringing it to the States is
It's pretty
cool.
cool. So I thought that
Yeah.
was like really interesting news to bring this week.
That is a good one, especially with the 30th anniversary
Yes.
today.
And speaking of that, I saved a video we're going to show you of some new releases for the anniversary this week. Today. Pokemon Day today. Happy Pokemon Day.
Pokemon Day. Yeah. Who'd have thought? 30 years, man. That is crazy.
And it's still popping, dude. It's crazy.
It is still popping.
Everything dropping for Pokemon's 30th anniversary on February 27th, and this is going to be insane. You could be getting exclusive rare promo cards, including the Pikachu X manga card, pixel art card featuring Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle,
That is
plus
cool.
a vintage stamped promo set. Huge brand collaborations are launching, including the McDonald's Happy Meal promo, Santa Cruz skateboards, Adidas sneakers, and Uniqlo clothing, all dropping around the 30th celebration. And we're getting elite trainer boxes and ultra premium collection boxes to celebrate the anniversary. This is the biggest Pokemon Day we've ever seen. If you want alerts for all the 30th anniversary drops on February...
Dude, them shoes, though, with Adidas?
Dude, I know, right?
That's crazy.
I'm saying, dude, Pokemon is so hot right now, and especially with the anniversary. Those promo cards, I really want that second one they showed.
Yeah, the 8-bit type style.
Dude. I want that graded. I would even buy it raw, dude. I want that card.
I'm curious to see like what McDonald's does with them. Obviously,
I know, right?
So this has been a topic for a while, and we might have to pick Cody's brain next week on it.
Yes.
But I do remember Cody talking about it last year about McDonald's and Pokemon getting together to do a collaboration. And now it all makes sense on why it didn't happen last year.
Right.
Because he was like, dude, I'm going and I'm buying the kids like 2 Happy Meals a piece. Like, I'm getting me some cards, bro. And I'm like, you're absolutely insane. But it never happened, you know? So
Right.
he was kind of like, what the hell? Like, he was kind of a little upset. You could tell, right?
Right.
Maybe. I don't know. He might have not been too upset, but I know he was very, very excited and looking forward to that collaboration. But it all makes sense. It's all tying together that, yeah, they waited another year to do it on the 30th anniversary of Pokemon.
And that's what I'm going to be curious. I'm going to have to hit like McDonald's and see what's up because I'm sure they do have some special whatever. They might not be worth a ton of money right now, but you never know.
Well,
There
and
could be a hollow.
it's hard to say, right? Because I mean, how well are people taking care of these? And
True.
how are they stored? Are they in the box? Are they taped to the box? You know what I mean? Like, so if you rip open the box, what's the chance of you ripping the card?
I think they're like in a clear cellophane. You know what I'm saying? And it's just one single.
And that's what I mean. Kind of like a packing slip type deal. But like, what's the chances, you know, a kid grabs their Happy Meal and just,
Right.
you know, and dad's like, no, you know what I mean?
Right.
I could just imagine seeing Cody's face with,
Oh, no.
you know, one of his daughters just ripping open the
Right.
Happy
Rip the
Meal
card in
box.
half. That would suck. That would suck.
Oh man, that would be horrendous. But you know, what's the chances? You know, so how many? Yeah, they're doing it, and I think they're doing it for the main 4.
Right.
I think they're doing Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, and Pikachu. I
Right.
think. From
Never
what
know,
I
though.
remember seeing last year, that's what it was.
Mhm.
But I could be wrong. But I would like to see what the 30th anniversary boxes are and like what those cards look like.
Dude.
Obviously, we know what the print will look like because, or I should say, like the emblem.
Yeah.
You know, like how some of the cards are now getting an emblem put on them.
Right.
I know, like on Pikachu's whatever birthday,
Mhm.
long back, you know, probably month or so ago. You know, those cards had Pikachu's face with the big 3-0 on it, you know. So
Right.
kind of hard to say. I bet you that's probably what the main is on those cards.
Yeah, and like the 8-bit card and even like the blister packs it showed like those were like look like 90s packs. So I don't know if they're doing like a
They probably did a
throwback,
reprint.
you know, going
Yeah, they
back to the
probably did some
roots.
type of reprint, which that wouldn't surprise me. But now it's going to get tricky, right? You know, you're going to have these new drops of an old school, you know, what's the potential chances of somebody getting scammed?
Oh, very high. So you know people
Oh,
that,
I got this 90s Pokemon card.
that's exactly what's going to happen. People that don't know, oh, I got an original base set.
Yes.
No, you don't.
So I'm curious on if they make some type of indentation, some logo on these cards to kind of differentiate the two.
Oh, for sure. I would assume so.
But I can imagine if you have a 30th anniversary pack that I don't know how long far down the line that they'll be, but I bet you they could be pretty valuable, especially if you collected the whole set.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you went master set, I bet you it'd be wild
Yeah.
on a resale value.
Shit. Huge.
That's some big money right there.
For sure. And then next on the list, we've been talking about, it seems like every week now there's a new vinyl out. And I guess no perfect time to talk about it because the new Resident Evil dropped today as well. And they just dropped a new vinyl.
A new vinyl?
Yeah, so I'm assuming like the sound, whatever music's in the game,
Oh,
Yeah,
is that just different artwork or different pieces of vinyl?
I think that umbrella looks like a
Whoa.
mat for your vinyl.
Okay. Dude, those are wicked.
Dude,
It definitely looks like a 4-piece set, though.
yeah, it does. So I'm assuming it might be from all the games.
That's crazy. Oh, it's a cover for the
Yep.
vinyl. Gotcha.
Music from the game.
Makes sense.
I could get down with that if it isn't $200. You know what I mean? I haven't seen a price on it. I'm sure it's expensive with a 4-piece vinyl with the mat. At least my guess is 150.
Let's see. Laced Records is the one who put it out. So they make vinyl pretty much for every game.
Okay.
But the real question comes out. Okay, here we go. $80.
Wow. I'm really surprised with all that stuff that it comes with.
Yeah, so it's the 1996 original soundtrack plus original soundtrack remixes.
Okay.
So that one obviously comes with the cover and the 3 disc, 3 vinyl,
3.
whatever.
Okay.
And then there's another one that's at $62, and they're just strictly black vinyl.
I'd have to have the one we saw in the video.
Right. So like there is a cheaper version of it that has, the same stuff, but it just is completely strictly black.
Still, $80 ain't bad. If I ever
Not for
see
3.
that out and about, I would get that for my vinyl collection.
Right. I mean, not for 3 of them. That's not bad at all.
No. And then I lied about the Funko news. Target.
I see that.
Yeah. Target is dropping their new Target Con. I believe it dropped this week.
Yeah, I think that it was this week's Target Con drop.
Yep. So you got a double pack, Lilo, and what is that? Hello Kitty? My Melody?
I don't know. My Melody. That's the series. I don't know what My Melody is.
I don't know what that is either, but the Stitch is pretty cool. They should have dropped that on Valentine's.
Because this is the heart balloon, right? Yep.
Yep.
I I think Stitch is gonna be a shelf setter.
Yep.
I think the My Melody is gonna be a shelf setter. I think the only one that actually makes some moves is potentially the Supersonic and Super Shadow.
Yep. Just I feel like because it's a double pack, the background is cool, and the
It's
fact
a
that
double
it's a
pack.
Target.
You get the game background.
Yep.
If you're an out of box collector, they're already on a stand, which is kind of cool. And I don't think there's too much of a price difference. I think they're like $20 for that one.
Probably 20, $25. So I mean, not too
Yeah,
much
it's
more.
getting 2 for 1 in a sense.
Yeah.
It's Sonic. There's really not too much Sonic the Hedgehog out.
No, to be
If
honest,
I
I don't
can
think I've
remember
really
right.
seen one. They might have dropped some Knuckles ones when that movie dropped.
Yeah, I think there were some. There has been some, but not very many. I know there's like a Dark Shadow that I can remember seeing. I do know that there is some Sonic stuff, but not an extreme amount. You know what I
Right,
mean?
not
Like
flooded like it normally is.
correct. Not like most things when Funko does a drop and they flood the market with a shitload of product in that sense. So
Right. And then, all right, I promise, lastly, for Funko, this is not for sale. You might know a little bit more because it was, I believe, the first Funko at Golden.
yes, so it is the first Funko that ever hit the Hands of Golden auction. The backstory on this Funko is there's only 10 of them. 6 of them went to Funko employees. You had to be invited to the Funko event, and Golden has a really good explanation on all of this. But within that event, you got a Funko bar, like a Willy
Right,
Wonka
chocolate.
chocolate bar. And then obviously inside that bar was a chance at, there was an opportunity to have the golden ticket, which obviously you see here in the screen. That golden ticket then gave you access to this Funko set.
Right.
This is, I don't know if anybody has ever seen this before or heard about it. It hit my radar probably about a month and a half ago when I had seen a clip from Pawn Stars. The guy came in to the pawn shop, Pawn Stars Pawn Shop down in Vegas, and wanted $1 million for this Funko because it is the only one currently to date to have the ticket for the event, the golden ticket itself to actually get it, and the Funko. So
That's
that's
unique to
why.
have.
Huh?
That's unique to have.
It is 100%. Like, it's not something that, okay, yeah, there's technically 4 in the world, right? That went out to people that weren't Funko employees. Granted, yeah, those Funko employees could probably sell this off with the limited edition of those 6 and of the whole thing at 10. But what's the chances that they have that A, golden ticket, and B, the ticket to get into the event, So this is the first of its kind, and I think it's kind of funny that the dude ended up on Pawn Stars, went off on his merry way, and ended up at Golden Auctions now.
Yeah. And I believe this is the highest selling Funko ever.
Currently today, yeah, right now, and it's sitting at 86,620.
Dude. And all
That's
for realistically a $25 double pack. Obviously, you ain't going to get the golden ticket and shit, but that's insane.
Well, I mean, yes and no, a $25 gold or, $25 double pack, but I mean, a limited edition of 10,
yeah.
I don't think I've seen even that low of one.
No, I don't think I've ever seen that low.
You know what I mean? So it's like, even if regarding both tickets, like, this is hard to even get your hands on.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm curious to see where it goes. Obviously Ken is just trying new things.
He's killing it though, bro. He's just shattering records back to back to back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, 100%. Don't get me wrong. Dude's going crazy, but like Funko for $86,000, bro. And I'm curious to know who is wanting to buy this thing for $86,000.
Apparently, I feel like a huge Willy Wonka fan, bro. Don't get me wrong, I love that movie. Anytime I'm at the casino, I play that machine. But man, that's a lot. I don't love it that much.
Right. Like, I mean, and it's crazy to think because, like, normally they have the name of what it is on the side here.
Right.
The series name up top. So, like, this is like a very first beginning of Funko.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't even mention Willy Wonka here.
No.
And Oompa Loompa. It's just golden ticket 2-pack.
That's crazy.
So it's like, I think this was like one of the very first sets type deal off the line.
Right.
And I think that's why it was such a limited run. 2016. I can't remember when Funko started, but that's very early into their career.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. I'm very, very, very curious to see where this thing goes. That's for sure.
Hell yeah.
And everything that I do know is completely protected, slabbed in a case. So I know the box is in a case. The golden ticket is in like a clear, like glass magnet case. The
Damn.
VIP ticket, same thing. Like it's absolutely crazy. Like if you haven't had a chance, go look at Golden's social media page, and they have this. But they currently have it in a carrying case, foamed, in all that protection in the vault.
Right.
So
That's cool as hell.
yeah, it's something different.
And then lastly, in my world, Sideshow is doing a reprint of the first Wolverine comic. We have a picture of it. And then we have the info as well. The 1988 Wolverine comic, and it's covered in 1 ounce of pure silver foil. And they're only releasing 1,000. So Sideshow just released their wait list to get on for this.
How much is this thing going for?
Yeah, I don't. All you can do is join the wait list. I don't even think it has a price on it.
I'm curious.
But it's definitely like, apparently it's all the original artwork. If we go to the next picture, it's got all the info on it. But I definitely like the idea of the 1 ounce silver foil. That's pretty sweet.
1 ounce, 999 pure silver foil. So where is the silver foil?
I think all around the edging and then the whole back of it.
There it is. Waitlist open. $178.
Okay, 178.
So if you actually are able to get your hands on it after being on the wait list for God knows how long.
Each foil's
There's also a 10% chance to find a variant design.
Yeah.
Wolverine and the headline are struck in color, while the background is now a sleek silver.
And the public seal confirms its legal tender.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool that Sideshow's doing that because they're usually just like figures, but now they're selling, comic issues, stuff like this.
Well, no, Sideshow is more of a bigger ordeal. I mean, yeah, it does say collectible figures from comics, movies, and TV and more.
Right,
Yeah,
that's why, at least ever since I've been collecting, I've known them as like higher end figure producers.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we've seen some of their stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of, now I'm looking at Deadpool here, and it's $315 for this damn thing.
Yeah, every time I go on their site and see stuff for the podcast, I always think about messaging you the Deadpool shit.
This Deadpool one's crazy too, just with the head, floating head, and then there's a head like it's got baby pool in his front chest. That's cool.
They've got some badass stuff.
They do. I ain't got pockets deep enough for that though.
Nope.
You done?
Yeah, that was everything for my world.
Damn.
It sucks when Cody's not here, so it's just me and you with the news.
Damn, just me and you.
Yep.
Let's pop this on over. What are we going to launch with? We're going to launch with, obviously, Pokemon Day.
Yes.
Obviously, Pokemon Day today. February 27th. Obviously, this will be out Sunday, so y'all are going to miss this. But they had, obviously, the Stamped Pikachu promo with a metallic 30th anniversary coin, which we just talked about earlier because a buddy of ours got one originally a little earlier in this month. But other than that, Walmart did a 4-day exclusive drop event from the 23rd to the 26th for Ascended Heroes, which if you got your hands on that, great. If not, we all know why.
Yep, scalpers.
But that included booster bundles, pretty much all booster bundles for the Ascended Heroes collection. You know, when I went to my Walmart thinking, you know, we were going to be able to find, I was just looking for some tins, right?
Right.
I knew that they had some tins, and I was just like, all right, well, cool. I'm going to go take a look and see what I can and cannot find. I didn't fucking find shit. I ended up settling for some sports cards instead, but that's because I couldn't find no Magic, no Pokemon, no nothing. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm done. Some other TCG drops. We had Winter Spell that launched on February 20th, which we talked about in a previous episode. But in regards to that, we have also a drop from Yu-Gi-Oh, which also dropped on the 20th, which we didn't talk about now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I guess I haven't seen no news on that.
Yeah, so it's Maze of Miratos. It hit the shelves on the 20th of this month. It introduced the Day of the Dead inspired aesthetics and new meta shifting cards. I
Correct.
haven't followed Yu-Gi-Oh since I was like 8 years old. So I don't know what these look like. I haven't really paid too much attention to it. For you Yu-Gi-Oh people, I hope they're badass. And
For sure.
I hope you're getting some good shit. Because, dude, Yu-Gi-Oh! I see on the shelves all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, y'all have the easy pickings. You know, you're kind of like sports cards in a way. Like, they're there for majority of the time, like, when
Yeah.
you go to the store. So I don't know what's worse, being a Yu-Gi-Oh! Personnel or a Pokemon personnel. To be completely honest, if I'm Pokemon, it sucks to say, but I might make a switch. You know what I mean?
I'd have to look at some of their cards. Like if they caught my eye, I might buy a couple. But I just honestly remember the ones like we showed in them Funkos, the Dark Magician.
Well, yeah, your Dark Magician, your Blue Eyes White Dragon,
Yeah. And I think there was another dragon.
Eyes Black Dragon.
Yeah.
Exodia or Exodius.
Yeah,
Something
like
like that.
those older main cards or those older ones, I remember. But anything newer, no idea.
Right. I mean, you would have to break it back to like early 2000s for me. I don't even know, like, are they creating new ones? Are they creating new artwork or anything like that?
And that's what I know nothing about it, but like you said, every time I go to the store, they're fully stocked on Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, so it's like maybe Yu-Gi-Oh is the grind. I mean, you can't seem to find One Piece, you can't seem to find Pokemon. Like if you're a TCG collector, maybe Yu-Gi-Oh is the way to go. I don't know.
I'd have to look it up tonight about how much graded ones are going for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't see too many of them. That's the thing.
I don't at all. I see
And
more
I don't know.
Magic than I do Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's more game driven than anything. Whereas, you know, a Pokemon, a One Piece, a Magic. Well, I take that back on Magic, but like a Pokemon and a One Piece, like the artwork on it, you know, the value there on those are pretty high, right?
Right.
I mean, granted, don't get me wrong, Magic cards have sold for a whopping, you know, couple mil. But like those who play that game play that game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas like some Pokemon personnel, they might just be collecting the cards.
Yeah.
You know, they're not playing the game every week. They're not creating their own decks. They're not, you know. But then you have those others that do play the game. You know, they go to a weekly event like at a local card shop.
Yep.
And do a Pokemon event or Pokemon tournament. Like there's two different people in this world, right?
Yeah.
Like So it's kind of hard to say. Like, and maybe that's why Yu-Gi-Oh's there and just no one cares because
Maybe
maybe
I'm
the
not sure.
value. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say with
There's so
TCG.
much
Like,
out there, bro, and that's what's so hard. Like I said, if you're not into it or don't know, it's like you're lost.
yeah, 100%. Like my whole world is sports. So
Yeah,
I mean, I know a little bit, but what I know is Pokemon. But like, I don't know Disney Loracana,
and
and
those are
those are on
hot
the shelves
sellers.
for the most part,
Like,
somewhat.
yeah, I'm not sure how to play the game, but I do see those selling left and right, especially the
Yeah,
popular characters like the Sorcerer, Mickey, stuff like that.
right. So I don't know. I mean, some of these games, which are cool, like I'd like to maybe learn how to play.
Yeah,
Is there an online version that y'all can teach me how to play this shit?
right. Or we'll
I
have to
might be
Google
more
it.
intrigued.
If the packs aren't fucking $15 a pack, I'd consider playing a card game. You know what I mean?
Right, that's the other thing too. So it's like, damn, all right, whatever. Anyway, so on the topic of cards still, we're kind of making our way over to a different side of cards. We're not in the TCG world, but we're in the sports entertainment world. Pop's Universe WWE is releasing today, Friday, February 27th. This set premieres a set of this year's featuring on-card autos and universe parallels. What does the universe parallel look like? I'm curious. Um, and this is where I talked about last week, like what's to come with Tops and their artwork and all their variant cards and um, like what are these things going to look like? So I'm kind of curious to even see like what images they might have for even like WWE because maybe it's something that might be making its way into um the football market, right?
Right.
Well, I can't open that. This is okay. So we do have some stuff here. Can see some artwork. So it looks like we got a tag team dual auto, which is kind of cool.
Hell yeah.
That one's numbered. The Uso brothers, hell yeah. Some next level autographs, which is coming from like their um minor wrestling. That
Okay.
makes sense. So like they're up and coming performers.
The
Looks
relic
like we got
cards.
title mark relic autos. Those are sweet.
Yeah.
Ringside relics. I'm curious what the fuck this is. This
Probably
is a
like a
boot
piece of the mat or their
or
clothes.
a
I don't
piece of
know.
the mat. Base set foils. So this is your base version. Wish they had better pictures. What the hell, Tops? A rage insert. Masked insert.
Some of those I would like. The relic cards for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's different. The auto relic would be sweet to have.
Because I've seen some
There's some big
Stone
names in
Cold ones.
WWE though. Like, I mean, I've seen some like cards and memorabilia sold from these guys, and it's like, how?
I know. I
It's
see some Stone Cold Steve Austin
WWE.
ones going for big money.
It's the big names, bro. And now with John Cena retired, I can only imagine what his cards are going for, or
Right.
even his memorabilia. I mean, I know he's at Comic Cons, he's at Sport Con, like all these different conventions that meet and greets happen all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm very intrigued to see. And I'm wondering if maybe he's even in here.
Yeah.
I don't know. But this expansion includes a 300 card base set. from full spectrum of the superstars, from Hall of Famers and current champions to rising prospects. They got galactic patterns and vibrant color parallels. Every box guarantees 2 autographs and 1 relic, and I think this is talking hobby box, delivering high impact hits with every rip. Look for short print inserts that spotlight unforgettable debuts, legendary factions, and the electric energy of WWE's most iconic moments. Whether you're chasing grails or building your superstar rainbow, Universe WWE is the front row ticket to the hobby's latest heavyweight release. So interesting.
Hell yeah.
So that's Top's new upcoming release, which is releasing today. Another one releasing today is coming out of Panini. And this is I don't quote me on it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is Panini's flawless last run at NFL licensing. So Panini Flawless and Panini Honors NFL is dropping today. The real question is, what are these hits, right?
Right.
I have questions because I want to see these. I can't imagine what these rookies look like. So if you're to, oh my God. This is where I get like, you got to have deep pockets to be in this damn game, dude. So for this new release, 2025 Panini Flawless NFL Trading Card Box Hobby, you can only buy 2 online per transaction, but they're $6,500 a piece.
Jesus.
But what you're going to get in it is 10 cards. You're going to get one pack with 10 cards in it, and each case has 2 boxes. So that is a box, right? So yeah. So you're technically getting 2 cases. So it's like 32 and a half. So $3,250 a piece to get 10 cards. Do the math there. How much is a card?
Dude. Man, I couldn't even imagine, bro.
If y'all really want to know, that is let's see. That is $325 per card.
No big deal. We just won't pay rent this month and eat ramen. And I can get a pack.
But I mean, you're pulling some big names, like, and
Dude.
you're pulling some very limited shit, right? So, like, prime example.
I don't even know if I'd open the pack if I paid that much.
Dude, it's crazy. And there's people who do this all the time, man. So, like this one, you got Josh Allen. What is this? Doesn't give me a number, but you got an Ashton Genty rookie relic RPA. Nice card. Probably a 101. This is definitely a 101 Travis Hunter NFL patch. Big names, dude. Joe Montana. John Elway. Yeah, but that's what it looks like.
Damn.
Nice little briefcase.
I couldn't even imagine, bro. My heart's racing thinking about it.
It's crazy, dude. I'm telling you, man. It's absolutely insane. I might have to get my hands on one of those, though.
You're insane, bro.
No, not one of those. I'm looking at something else. I'm looking at...
Okay, I'm like, what the fuck?
Hell no, I can't afford that, bro. My wife would fucking murder me.
That's what I was going to say, dude. Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. If I bought those, I might as well pack my fucking bags and be ready to be broke for the rest of my life.
Yep.
No, but the Panini Select hobby boxes, the H2s are $250 a box. But that one, you are So 2 silver prisms, 4 disco prisms, 10 concourse, 6 premier level, 2 club level per box on average. 6 cards per pack, 4 packs per box, 20 boxes per case.
Okay.
So you can buy a box or you can buy a case, which is $2,500, but I'm only going to buy a box if I.
Right.
But I mean, here's a little sneak peek of those cards.
Damn, them are cool.
Yeah, these are discos. Here's an RPA. I mean, nothing too crazy, but like they're nice looking cards.
Hell yeah.
Better than that other fucking one, huh?
Yeah.
What else we got? All right, moving on to action figures and toys. So all I got for this is the Disney Wave, which is Disney's announcing or announced earlier this week that they're releasing some new cars,
Okay.
action figures and toys from like Lightning McQueen. Moana's getting some stuff, Ratatouille, Remy with cheese figures and stuff like that. I don't know. I haven't seen them. I didn't look at any pictures. Y'all can get the picture, right? I mean, if you're a Disney person, you're getting
Disney is Disney.
Lightning McQueen, Moana, and Remy, right? Like pretty self-explanatory.
And I know we showed Funkos of the Moana and the Ratatouille last week.
So I'm almost kind of curious if that's not part of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It doesn't really state, Funko. But I don't know. Comic books though.
Okay.
We gotta throw a little bit of sketches in here.
Oh yeah.
So what released this week on Wednesday? DC Comics released Absolute Wonder Woman 17 with a massive number of different variants. So I'm curious to see what all those look like. Because you know me and my variants.
Yes.
They also released a Detective Comics number 1106. Coming out of the Marvel side, they released the Ultimates 21 and several, if our buddy was listening ever to this, 30th anniversary Godzilla Infinity Roar number 1 variants.
Damn.
So I haven't seen what they look like, but I think somebody we know would be splurging if he's seen some of those covers.
Oh yeah.
Independently, I don't know what this one is, but this came out of an independent comic producer. Archie and the Army of Darkness number 1.
Oh man.
I don't know what this looks like.
That's probably a cool cover, dude. Anything with Evil Dead, Army of Darkness is badass.
It is pretty. This is pretty cool. This is. I don't know if this is the. Who released this? Let's see. Doesn't tell me, but it is a horror/humor comic.
So I don't know if you're familiar with the Archie. They came out with Archie Afterlife a couple years back. Dude, that is really cool, bro. That's literally the poster for Army of Darkness. So, but Archie, that's cool as fuck. Is it released this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
It technically says that it went on sale on 2/4, but
I might be looking at the comic book store this week. That's cool as hell. I love that cover.
cool shit. So yeah, that was the independent on side of the comics. Moving over to the old sports card mainly, some high-end stuff. Well, no, I've already talked about that. I'm duplicating my shit. This is what
Oh,
happens
man.
when I work in a tight time crunch window. Anyway, some high end shit, some cars. Barrett Jackson. We all know that's auction. They have an upcoming Palm Beach auction showcasing a 2021 Porsche 911 Turbo S to chart and a 1967 Shelby GT 500. I don't know what the fuck these cars look like. I ought to probably. I'm wondering if that Shelby GT 500 would look like the one that's on my wall.
Right.
I'm curious. Huh. I'm gonna have to look that up later. Anyways, moving on to the old sports card and the 5 million milestone. Some headlines. The T206 Honus Wagner closed out from Golden. PSA 1, $5.124 million. It had 37 bids on that card, which, we were talking like a long, long time ago, like when you and Cody were talking about this card, and I didn't realize how far back this card really went. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
1909?
That's a long time, bro.
That's over 100 years old. Like, and for that card to grade PSA 1
Yeah.
is insane.
And for it to, obviously, if you haven't seen it by now, you're not going to see it. It stayed in one family for what? Since shortly at whatever, when these cards came out.
Yeah, it was their grandpa who got it or something like
Yeah.
that, or their great grandpa or some shit.
And for a card to stay in a family that long, it's
It's just unheard
unreal, dude. It's just insane.
of. A signed 1933 Babe Ruth card, a rare autographed version of the card. Became the highest graded signed Ruth in existence at a total of $1,464,001.
Damn.
So that's pretty good for a Babe Ruth card.
Hell yeah.
And I don't think very many Babe Ruth cards were signed.
No.
I mean, they state, obviously rare autograph card, but even like watching a lot of Ken's stuff, I don't see too much of, Babe Ruth stuff or Babe cards. I mean, it's very even rare to see Babe cards. You see more Babe Ruth baseballs, bats, stuff of that nature, or memorabilia, not like cards.
Right.
I have a Babe Ruth card, but obviously it was like from 2022. So it's like not real,
Right.
not like the original. I mean, it's real, but it's not an original. Also another 1952 Mickey Mantle that was graded an SGC 7.5, fetched $732,000,
Damn.
confirming that a high grade Mantles still remain the gold standard for post-war investors, which is still crazy. I mean, the Mickey Mantle is still it's that top tier card, right? Like, I'm curious to see where this goes later down the road.
Yeah.
God forbid, who knows?
Right.
And in other auction news, trophy prices for Golden and Silver Age comics. You want to hear this $13 million comic duo
All right. I'm ready.
that just went through private sale?
I might have seen this. Go ahead.
Heritage Auctions recently brokered a private sale of two 10-cent comics, a Batman one and
Yeah.
a Superman one, for 13 mil. Man, I can't even fathom.
No. That's a little over like 6 mil a piece. That's insane, bro.
It's 6.5 mil a
Yeah,
piece,
6.5 mil
to
a
be
piece.
exact.
Bro,
Yeah, for a comic.
I couldn't
Hey
even
Keith,
imagine having the money to blow like that.
where's your big money comic like that?
Don't got one. Never will have that one.
I don't even know if I could even fathom having one of those. I'd be so like, I don't even know how I'd react to something like that. Like in my mind, knowing that I have probably the not rarest, but like the most expensive, the
Right.
cleanest, the freshest, high end comic is just absolutely insane. I don't know. So 13 mil for two comics, 6.5 mil a piece is absolutely wild.
Right.
Can't fathom. Jesus. Dude, that's all I have, man. I was short.
Hey, it happens, but you got some upcoming news.
Do I?
We got some guests coming up, slabs and sketches.
Slabs and Sketches first premiere is tomorrow night.
Check it
Yeah, I'm
out.
gonna. Yeah, we still haven't figured out, or I still haven't figured out a release date on those. Probably be like, I think it's gonna be like Wednesdays, dude. I think those are gonna be my release dates. Middle of the week gives you a couple days to listen. If not, listen on a Saturday. Over here on Off the Shelf, we have two guests lined up. Not next week, but Friday the 13th and the 20th. We'll have Broke Boy Toys, a toy collector in all of the action figure realm of things when it comes to that.
Check
He's
him
got a
out on
good name though,
social.
dude. He's definitely got a good name because looking at the amount of money it costs for a figure or a
Yeah.
statue, yeah, it makes sense. He's broke.
Yeah. Broke boy.
Broke Boy Toys, baby. Broke Boy Toys. Um, and then we have a toy photographer coming on the 20th. So he's excited to join us. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's one of his first gigs. He was kind of like excited, ecstatic, maybe. I don't know. I could have been reading the message a little bit more, maybe ecstatic on my end. I don't know. But
Right.
we're we're wanting to get more in depth and not just be sitting here reading you guys the
The
upcoming
huge.
news, and it's time to start picking some brains.
Yeah.
I mean, we could obviously sit here, chit chat, bullshit, and but we'd much rather do it and learn from some other people. Um, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and keep doing it. I'm really wanting to get a Pokemon personnel on here.
Any watchers? Let us know.
Um, there's plenty of Funko people out there. Um, Comics. I'm stealing all of those. Sorry, but uh, we
Understandable.
we want to mix it up, right? We don't want to be too one sided. We want to give you guys a mix of different things, all things collectibles, right? That's kind of what the show's based on.
Yeah.
It's not dedicated to one thing and one thing only or a couple things. It's the whole collectible scene as a whole.
Yeah.
Um, what I did was split it to where now, I can sit here and talk with, you know, somebody or a couple people about strictly cards or comics. Because that's where my brain goes, right? You know, I'd like to see potentially someone, branch off and do something themselves, but it's almost one of those things that we're just kind of opening the umbrella at this rate, right?
Yeah. Going with the flow, seeing where things go.
Yeah, like why not? I mean, it's all part of one thing,
Yep.
obviously. I mean, we'll all come back at some point. Like it's not
Oh,
like
yeah.
we're leaving the show.
No.
Um, Yeah, obviously we can't. We're like what, seven episodes in, so
Right.
we got plenty more to come. Like
For sure.
we're not just half-assing this and uh wanting to be done and go our own ways. We're not about that. We're just kicking it. Now it's time to, I think, make it more sound to be, we kick back, we relax, we pick people's brains, we learn about the industry a little bit more, maybe gain some knowledge for our own personal sake
Yeah.
in our world of, well, what do we go after? What do we chase? What do we buy? And have a little bit more background on why.
Yeah.
I mean, you can sit here and read up all this stuff and be intrigued to go buy this, but what's the real thing that we should be chasing? You know, if you're potentially like me, I like to sell and buy and flip, you know, or if you're like Clint and just hoard everything, what are those things that you should be holding? What are those things that you should be buying and selling pretty quick? I don't know, man. It's getting to the point like it's gonna get wild. I think it's gonna get chaotic. I think, in my opinion,
Yeah.
because now I got to worry about two casts to worry about. Um, but I don't know. We'll see.
Well, we're going to keep reaching out, see what guests we can get on, and keep you guys updated.
Yeah, if anybody is a collector themselves and wants to be a part, if you're a listener, feel free to hit us up with a message. We'll
Yeah,
put you on.
anybody's welcome.
We're not scared to put you on blast. We won't put you on blast, but we'll pick your brain. That's for sure. It'll be a fun one, I think. You know, even if you're scared to get onto something like this, right? Like
Right.
it's not rocket science. If you can sit here and have like a FaceTime conversation, a phone call, right? Or if you're a person that sits in meetings at work or with a camera, it's nothing different, right? It's
No.
just talking shit. I mean, talking what you enjoy. Like that's all you can do.
Even if you are scared, drop a picture of your collection. We'd love to see it. We could post it
We'll
on the show.
we'll post
You know
it
what I
up
mean?
or yeah, whatever, you know. That's maybe what we should do too. To get like a whole like scene at the end or maybe in the middle, do a collection.
Yeah.
Those who send in a collection will drop it in the middle of the video and be kind of like an ad in a sense, but not an ad,
Right.
but just to show off and tag personnel.
Yeah. Or followers or anybody. Like I said, we definitely want to see collections, hear from people, anything.
Yeah, I'm intrigued when I sit here and scroll on Instagram, like Instagram, X, Facebook. I see these collections. I mean, I'm just like, what does that thing cost?
It's insane.
Like I see, people with full on floors of cards.
Yeah.
I see, shit, that one dude I showed you with the diecast situation and
Yeah.
his whole wall, like the whole room and the whole wall was filled with diecast cars.
It's insane.
Like, don't get me wrong, yeah, diecast is pretty cheap for the most part, but they're all out of box too. They weren't in a box. They were all out of box in like their own like garage in a sense.
It was cool.
It's cool. And then there's another one that had diecast, but he was more upscaled diecast, so he had bigger display cases and stuff like that. Cool as hell. The toy photographer is a toy collector. So his is intriguing just because he's got a huge display case as well. It's just those eye catchers, right? Like, I know we're just going on, but like it's one of those things that it's what we enjoy seeing. Like we
Yeah.
stop and we look. We may not like it, but hey, we might even reach out. But do it. Take a picture, drop it in the comments, drop it in a DM, whatever it may be. Who knows? Maybe we'll share it. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Or maybe we'll do a whole segment on the show and put it smack dab within I don't know, maybe the first half hour of a show.
Yeah, nothing but people's collections.
Yeah, we got to come up with some type of tagline.
Yeah, we'll come up with a name, but hopefully we can get some people commenting their collections. Doesn't matter what it is.
Right. Yeah. So I think we'll run this as a little ad, I guess, on the page, and maybe we'll post it up and have some people drop some stuff. But well, with that, we'll catch you next week. We're gonna have Cody back, hopefully.
We will.
Hopefully he didn't party too hard tonight.
Yes.
I know. I'm curious to know if he got his screen bucket.
I know. I'll be curious on Monday when we talk to him. I'm sure he'll have some good stories.
Yeah, I'm curious on if he bought some Pokemon this week.
He probably got some good birthday presents.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Maybe he's got some goodies. I don't know. We'll see. But all right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. We'll see you next week.